I am here this morning with the infamous Kat. She is a friend of mine as well, and she is a local gospel rap artist. And I'm excited to talk with her today, and we just want to hear a little bit about your story, and just tell us about you, Kat. Tell us about your family, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I was born and raised here in Akron. Actually, I grew up with two really supportive parents. Shout out to them. And
I love that.
thank you. Music has always been, like, especially when I was younger, it was always music playing. And I remember hearing it and just like, especially rap music. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what it'd be like if I could do that. Could I do that? I was little thinking this. Like, I was a little kid.
How old do you think you were when you first were thinking, I wonder if I can rap?
Like 4 or 5?
4 or 5. That is
Yeah.
so cool, because I actually have a similar story, but not with rap. I remember hearing Disney princesses, more in line with maybe 4 or 5, and I love that you thought about rapping at 4 or 5. But I thought, I wonder if I could do that. I wonder if I could do that kind of singing.
Right.
Around 4 or 5, because I loved the way that they sang. And so I love that you really caught on to rap at 4 or 5. How cool is that? Do you remember what artists you liked to listen to at that time?
Yeah, it was Biggie, Tupac, people like that.
Some of the famous ones.
Yeah, some of the famous ones.
Awesome.
People down south. My dad played a lot of like the 3-6 Mafia and stuff like that.
Okay.
Of course, I didn't want to rap that kind of stuff, but I'm like,
You thought the sound of it was really cool.
I did.
Yeah, I love that.
And I totally put this thought aside for years. And then going through a difficult time when I was about 11, a brief separation, I'm just going to say a brief separation of my parents. And I'm like, it was hard on me.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to tell people. I didn't know how to tell Mom, especially because I'm not the best with words.
Sure.
But I would just write songs in my room to just express how I felt, whether good or bad or anything, and it was a good outlet for me.
Absolutely. I love that. I feel like music does that for people.
Oh, for sure.
Where they can sometimes, like you said, maybe you weren't good with words when you were just trying to express directly to your mom, but I bet you were good with words when you were trying to make music about it, because you were putting your emotion into it. Do you think so?
Yeah, it was a good talent. It just started coming out in rap, so I was like, okay.
Started coming out in rap. I love that.
This is what we're doing.
So then it developed, and you ended up at the First Glance Hip Hop Night, which we've actually talked about First Glance here on the show, which was a couple really great interviews. They have an amazing program. They're an urban youth center in Akron, and they have a special night for students who are interested in music. So you got involved in that. Tell me about it.
I did. So I had my friend Danielle, actually. I was at Ladies Night Out, which is their female program.
Okay.
I had Danielle tell me, yo, there's this thing called Hip Hop Night. It's so cool. Telling me it's ran by Ben White. I'm like, oh, I know him. So I'm like, okay.
All right. And we will say, because he's also been on the show, and he's my husband, that my husband actually runs the hip hop program over at First Glance with another person, Xavier. So we're thankful for both of them for running that program. So go ahead and share a little bit more. So you joined.
I joined. I was doing freestyles with the guys, and there's this program called Logic that I had no idea about. It's a beat making software.
Which is really cool. It's a great program for kids out there actually who are interested in hip hop or learning to make beats. Check out Logic.
It's awesome. And I underestimated, I can't lie to you. I underestimated. Ben's all excited about it at one point. He's like, this is the coolest thing ever. It'll change your life forever, man. I'm like, okay.
You're like, are you sure it'll change my life?
Exactly, but he starts piecing stuff together, or like,
but
allowing me to pick sounds out. It did, though. Exactly. So you knew what he was talking about.
So you put together some beats.
I did, and
then you were able to rap on top of it, right?
I did. We started recording, and some of those are on SoundCloud, actually.
Yes, so you have a SoundCloud. Go ahead and share that.
I do. It's at Da Infamous Cat. That's DAINFAMOUS. And then CAT is in the animal cat.
Perfect. So she has some of her music on SoundCloud. You also can find her on Instagram. Share your Instagram with everybody.
That's the rappin_cat. That's THERAPPIN_CAT.
Okay, perfect. And you're going to actually share a rap with us. You're going to do the first verse of one of your newer raps, right?
Right. So this is one that isn't released yet. I just wrote it off, a couple of months ago. God just gives it to me bit by bit.
I love that. So, so Kat is now doing gospel rap. She has gone through a little bit of a transformation, and she is just finding a relationship with God now. Do you want to share a little bit about that, Kat?
There's nothing like it.
There's
truly nothing like it.
And she is doing some gospel rap. So she's going to do a verse of her gospel rap. What is the title of the song?
This one will be coming out soon at some point. It's called Blessing After Setback.
Ooh, what a good name.
It's just a reminder that we all need at some point, like, the setback comes, but we got something to look forward to.
Yes.
Because the bigger the setback, the bigger the blessing. And
absolutely.
So we got to stand
strong in that. You have had some setbacks in your life.
I have. There's been a few, between people underestimating the fact that, oh, she can't see, so she can't do this, she can't do that, and, mental health things. There's just been a bunch of different things, but if you overcome that, like I said, the bigger the setback, the bigger the blessing.
I absolutely love that title. What a beautiful title. So go ahead and share. She's going to just go for it. She's going to do a little rapping for us.
Okay. Tell the devil, get back, cause I'ma get back. Every blessing that he stole, he gon' give back. I can't just kick back and let him kick cat while I'm down, cause I ain't sweet like no Kit Kat. They say forget that, but I say forget that. Nah, I ain't with that. Giving up's a bit whack. God with me, so I got the victory, and that's big facts. Blessing coming after setbacks, so just sit back.
I love it. I want to give you a round of applause. We need like some sounds. I need a button. Woo! That was awesome. And I truly do love that title. And I love that you are using the fact that you have gone through some hard things, but you're not letting that keep you down. You're not letting that, we had a talk earlier, you're not letting that be like your primary focus. You are doing music, you are out and about just living your life, and I just love that about you. And thank you for coming to share with us.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, what could you give some inspiration to? Maybe there's a kid out there watching. Maybe their mom has this on. I don't know. And there's like a kid who's 5 years younger than you, Kat, and they are struggling. Maybe they have some setbacks. Maybe they are. Maybe they have a disability. I don't know what it is, but what would you say to them? Do you have some words of wisdom for them?
The best thing is, because I did this when I was younger, you have a dream, you go for it. No matter how crazy it may seem, they're not going to understand, right? But you go for that, you put in the work for that, and don't let no one talk you out of it.
I love that. That's really beautiful. Kat also plays the drums.
Oh, that's right.
Which is so cool. I just wanted to share that. And then this summer, and I don't even know if you'll be performing there, but I hope you will be. Most likely, Kat might be performing at one of the First Fridays over in Kenmore. We have Kenmore First Fridays, and we always have hip-hop performances all summer long. So maybe we'll get you to perform at one of those hip-hop performances, Kat. That would be great.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Will you share with everybody your Instagram if they want to follow you?
Instagram is at @therappin_cat. That's THERAPPIN_cat, CAT, no spaces, no capitals.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We had a great time here on Good Morning Akron. Make sure you stay tuned for more great stuff coming up next.